What's up, you guys? I'm back with another weight loss topic, and this time I'll be discussing in detail what I did to lose over 60 pounds in 8 months. I'm gonna preface this by saying that a lot of the things that I did required you to have pretty good knowledge of nutrition, dieting, training, cardio, how to adjust those things as you get lean, etc. So don't be discouraged if you don't know any of these things that I'm gonna talk about. Instead, start doing some research, start taking some notes, start reading, start learning about these topics so that you too could start your weight loss journey and make it a little bit more easier, a little bit more manageable, more trackable, more sustainable. Because in the long term, that's what's going to get you results. Number one thing I did was nutrition. I had good knowledge about caloric needs, whether I wanted to gain muscle, lose weight, maintain. I knew what my calories had to be. I knew that I had to be in a deficit in order to lose weight. I knew my macro splits, meaning I knew how much protein, carbs, fats I should eat for my goals. I wanted to lose weight and keep muscle, so I knew I had to go high protein. I knew that fats are important for your hormones and hormone regulation, therefore your entire body regulation. So I didn't want to, completely decrease them either. So really the main thing that I would change as I got leaner and had to drop calories was my carbohydrates. On top of this, I knew that micronutrients were also super important for you. I knew how to adjust my food intake as I got leaner in order to keep losing weight. And overall, I had solid knowledge about nutrition and how to implement different tools to help me throughout my weight loss. You do not have to have complete, encyclopedia knowledge about nutrition in order to lose weight, guys. But I encourage you guys to start learning how to read labels, how to track calories on my fitness pal. That's what I would use. How to, portion your food, serving sizes, how to find out your caloric needs, how to adjust those caloric needs as you go on with your weight loss. Why? Because these things are going to be super important to long-term sustainability and in the long term, keeping the weight off. Like I said, now I'm staying around the 200 pounds. I'm fine. I know what to do if I want to lose weight. I know what to do if I want to gain weight. And all this comes down to me having the knowledge in nutrition, properly applying it to get the results that I want. On top of this, I also had good knowledge about proper training programming, meaning I knew what lifts I should do if I wanted to keep muscle or like build muscle. I knew what workouts, what movements I should avoid if I had an injury. What pretty much I knew how to train for my goals. I mean, like I said, I've been in sports since high school. I played football and then track and field, played rugby in college, and ever since high school, I would just weight lift on my own. I would do tons of research about proper training splits and how to lift for certain goals. So I had good knowledge about it. For my specific weight loss, I decided to go for a upper lower push pull leg split, meaning on Mondays I would do full upper body workouts. On Tuesdays I would do full lower body workouts, take a break Wednesday. Thursday I would do push movements, which typically work out chest, shoulders, triceps, etc. On Friday I would do pull movements, which typically work back, biceps, and obviously legs, but I would do legs on their own again on Saturday. So I was hitting I was hitting body parts twice per week. And I would take rests on Wednesday and Sunday. My foundation was compound movements. And I knew that as I got deeper in a caloric deficit, I wasn't going to be able to push as much weight and I should be a little bit more careful if I didn't want to injure myself. So I knew how to adjust my training as it went on. It didn't change drastically. The split stayed the same. But I switched in some movements here and there whenever I wasn't feeling quite right. Keep in mind, a long-term caloric deficit is going to take a toll on your body. And if you don't know how to adjust to those changes, if you don't know how to regulate your training and your diet so that you don't risk injury or even risk sickness while dieting, start doing some research about that as well. Like I said, I had that knowledge, so I'm thankful for it. But for those of you guys that don't be discouraged. Go out there, start reading, start learning, and if you feel like it, hire someone to help you throughout the weight as well. But yeah, back to me. But yeah, back to what I did. I also did obviously cardio. Cardio is a tool, guys. I always say don't rely on cardio for weight loss. Don't rely on any one thing too much for weight loss. If you completely relied on your diet, on your cardio, or your training, you're gonna burn yourself out. You want to have a good balance of, making the diet work for you, making the cardio work for you, and still enjoying training. If you do it long term, yeah, no matter what, you could possibly burn out. But when you start getting those sensations, just take a maintenance break, take a diet break, come back to it when you feel like you're ready. My cardio approach was 2 HIIT sessions a week, typically on Wednesday, and another one on a push day when it was my easier, actually on a pull day, when it was when I wouldn't feel as taxed from the weight training. After a while, HIIT got a little boring, so I switched to just running. Keep in mind that I had never ran in my life. Like growing up, I would get gas out in like a minute of running. So I was a little skeptical about, just going out, running, jogging throughout the city. But, I was already losing weight. At that point, I was already like 210 pounds. I had built enough endurance from HIIT training, from all the sports that I played, that I actually ran for 4 miles straight. So ever since proving to myself that I could do that, I just switched my entire cardio to outside running, outside jogging. I started out at 3 sessions, 3 to 4 miles. As I got leaner and it got harder to drop the weight, I ended up doing 4 to 5 sessions, 4 to 5 miles. So as you can see, the leaner you get, the more weight you lose. Chances are you're probably gonna have to keep adding more activity and keep dropping food to keep the weight coming off. There's tons of ways to diet, guys. You don't have to do it that linearly like I did. You could, take diet breaks, take maintenance phases, etc. There's a lot of knowledge out there about how to diet. So please start getting some knowledge about all the different factors that go into it. For me, I had good knowledge about nutrition, I had good knowledge about training, and I had good knowledge about cardio and how to adjust these parameters as I lost weight. So it was very methodical. My process was pretty concrete. It's going to take some time to learn everything. Regardless, though, I encourage you guys to start learning now. Start implementing some of these things. You don't have to be an expert at all these factors to start losing weight. But definitely start getting some knowledge about it. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys gain some ideas about what to start doing to lose some weight. You don't have to be as methodical like I was, but you're definitely going to have to gain some knowledge and, most importantly, start implementing the actual things that you learned. With that being said, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. It's going to be a long journey, guys, for some of you. It might be shorter for others. Regardless, get started today because time is going to pass anyways. Keep ascending.